Hello friends, I am Shravana and welcome to my channel Sparkling Future. Today we will discuss about two JSON functions available in Spark. Before starting with today's topic, I request all of you to subscribe to my channel and provide your feedback in the comment section. So in this video we will take a sample employee data set with employee ID, employee name, department and salary. We will see how to convert that to JSON format. What with the inbuilt function, and again how to get that back to a structured format, and again get that back to the similar format using some other function using from JSON. So let's look into some sample code to see how can we use JSON functions in Spark SQL using Scala. So friends, this is the code that we are going to discuss today. So before starting actually why we need to use the JSON functions, let's discuss about that, then you can clearly understand this code. So here we are using two JSON, one function, and the second function is from JSON. So two JSON function will convert the normal data frame into a JSON format, and from JSON function will convert that JSON format to a normal structure type. Okay, so structure type in the sense, again we can use that using the we can flatten it in using the dot star method. So what is the need of doing this functionality is these kind of methods are very useful when you are using Kafka, when you are working with Kafka and you are performing reads and writes. Usually each Kafka key value will be generated along with some metadata like ingestion timestamp, offset value, etc. So for these kind of keys, the key will be your offset value and the value will be your JSON. Whatever input file you are getting, you convert that into a JSON, right? So that JSON record will be a value. If you are flushing that kind of information to Kafka, it is very easy to capture that kind of information in Kafka, and also after you send it to the downstream, in the downstream applications they can just read the value of using the from JSON and it will become a structure. So again they can write it into a file as a normal, it's not a complex data type, right? They can again take it in the columns wise data. They can write it into a proper easily readable text file or CSV file or whatever format they are looking for. So this is the main reason why we use to JSON and from JSON functions in the Spark SQL. So let's look into the code now. I've created a object, Scala object, defined main method, set this property to resolve the winutils.exe exception, and created a Spark session, and I'm importing whatever is required for working with the struct types and SQL functions, Spark SQL functions. And here I'm creating a JSON schema. So schema means here what is the name, column name, and what is the type, whether it's nullable or not. So this is the way we will create a JSON schema. We'll create a schema for the given input data set. And here I am first taking the columns EID, name, department and salary, and then I am creating a data frame. I'm not reading a file here because we have seen many videos how to read different file formats. So here I thought of showing it in a different way. So in the sequence I have a record. So EID, ename and department, salary. So I am taking sample of 4 records. Then to that sequence I am saying dot to df of, here I am passing this columns array, which means it will take the, instead of hard coding the column names, I am writing this way. Okay, so with this a data frame is created. Now let's run this code to see what's the output of this simple sequence as a data frame. So if you see here, employee ID, employee name, department and salary with the 4 records, a data frame is created. It's not its normal readable format. It's like a table. So now we will see how to convert that to a JSON format. I am taking this data frame 1, and there is a inbuilt function called toJSON. Earlier versions you might find this with 2_JSON as well. For that you need to pass the this string I mean columns. You need to pass the columns as the input. But here I am using Spark 3.0.0 and this function is available. Maybe 2.1 greater than 2.1 or 2.4 version you will be able to find this toJSON function. So data frame, then toJSON, then I am saying that show. Let me run this code to see what is the output, how this normal tabular format of data is converted into a JSON format. So if you see here, right, for it has created a single column value and the data in each row is converted into a JSON format. Employee ID and key value. What is the key is ename, value is apple. Department is the key, social is the value. Salary and value is the salary amount. So now with the JSON format it has created a key value pair with the data that we have it in the data frame, which is in that here. So this is being converted into JSON file. So this is after this, if you can easily use this code, I mean this function JSON data to flush it to the downstreams to Kafka or something, so that it will be very easier for them to capture the data. Then we will also see how to convert it back. So I'll show that step by step. So for using the from JSON, so now we have seen the function toJSON. What it has done is it has read this tabular format and it has converted that to a JSON format. So now if you see the data frame 2, which is a data set, so from out of that data set I am creating a new data frame, and from that data set I am saying that with the column record I am creating a new column called record, and I am saying that from JSON of this data frame 2, which has only one column as of now. If you remember, we just saw this right in the output of this statement. So it has a value, but for this from JSON function takes two parameters. First one is the JSON string and second one is the schema. So for this reason only I have written the schema here. How to write the schema is new struct type, then this is the syntax of creating the schema. We will use dot add and this addition will be done to the struct type. Then we will write what is the column name, what is the type of that, whether that is nullable or not. So how many columns are there, those many add statements you will write. And for using this struct type and all these types, you must import this library Spark SQL.types. Either you can individually add in a flower brace struct type, integer type, string type, long type, or you can use this placeholder. So now what I am saying that is df2 with the column. I am adding an extra column record and I am saying that I am using this from JSON, from this JSON string, and I am passing this. So get all the values as per the JSON schema, which is this one. This is the schema, so which has 4 fields. So now let's run this to see how it works, what kind of output it gives. We are using from JSON here. We have seen the output of toJSON. Now we are going to see how the output of from JSON looks like. So I'll just put it as false so that you can see clearly. Fields will not be truncated. So if you see here, a new column record is created with the struct type. So if you take the print schema of this, it will show it as struct type. So this is the JSON that we had, and it is simplified to this format now. So we can easily fetch the values from key key value pair to normal, all the values are fetched. Now we will see how to convert that to a first format, like how it was there, right? Similarly, now we will see how to get that. So for getting that struct type, you just remember, whenever there is a struct type, you can directly Spark SQL allows you to flatten it using dot star method. So record dot star, and if it is a array type or map type, then explode function in Spark SQL will help you to flatten the structure. So let me run this code. So if you see here, right, the initial tabular format, whatever we started with, right, we have achieved that one. So this is the way, this is, we can convert a normal tabular data into a JSON string, and from that JSON we can fetch. If you wanted to fetch a particular thing, you can use JSON tuple. I have explained that in another video. I can give that in the I button as well. So that JSON tuple actually it returns a tuple like function with all the objects, and we can get whatever required field, or we can get all the values as well. And it takes two inputs. One is the JSON string, which is stored as a column, and another one is the field name within that JSON string, whichever you wanted to read from that entire JSON. So this one we got with all the columns, right? So using JSON tuple, you can fetch only the EID, or only the department, or only the salary, or all together. However you want, you can use that using JSON tuple. I'll give it in the I button. You can verify that. And hope this is clear, friends. Let me know your feedback in the comment section. And thank you for watching the video, friends. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting learnings. Thank you.